Hi everybody, Bruce here at eTrailer. Today we're going to take a look at and install our Inno Aero roof rack on our 2020 Toyota RAV4. You may be wondering why you may need a roof rack. Roof rack's the perfect option to go ahead and free up space inside your vehicle, or if you've got skis that you're carrying or snowboards or anything muddy and you don't want to get that inside your vehicle, it's a great option. Before you really decide which roof rack you would like, we need to check a few things out. On our RAV4 today, we have raised rails, and the way we can tell it's a raised rail, I can fit my hand underneath the bottom rail and the top rail. Then you're gonna have flush mounted rails, or you're gonna have a naked roof. Let's go ahead and get into some of the features. What I do like about this roof rack, it is a nice sleek look, and it does have a little bit of an overhang, which is good if you're carrying skis or snowboards, you can keep those closer to you. And we also do have locking cores that this does come with, so you can lock your rails down, unlock it, pull that off. And then what else I like is it is a completely toolless design. This is how we loosen and tighten our towers onto our crossbars. Now if we go ahead and look underneath the knob here, we do have a rubber strap that goes around our rail, and that's, instead of a clamp style, it's a really good feature because it really snugs it down to the rails and you get a really good bite. Plus, it's got rubber coating, so it's not going to scratch or anything on your factory rail system. Now moving up top to our crossbar here, if you can see this little rubber strip in there, that is a great feature because that is able to accept any T-channel accessories if we pull the end cap off. You do not have to remove this piece of rubber. The T-channels just push down and they will grip right inside there. Let's go ahead and take a few measurements. The first measurement I'm going to take is our overhang. Overhang is great if you're carrying skis or anything like that. You can actually get those closer to you so you're not reaching all the way over to the center. You can actually have them over to the edge of the vehicle further, and we'll make them easier to take off. Our overhang on the front, we're looking at about 2.5 inches. And if we go ahead and move to the back, we've got a little more, we're looking at about 4 inches. That'll give you plenty of space to go ahead and clamp anything here. The other measurement I really want to take right now is our crossbar spread, and that's from the back crossbar to the front crossbar. We're looking at about 28 inches. Now, that's going to vary depending on what accessories you're actually mounting up there. You may need to be a little further, but we're pretty much maxed on the back, and we've got a little room on the front, but you're looking at 28 inches. The next measurement I do want to take is on top of the roof. How much distance do we have to the crossbar to the actual roof? And this vehicle, we do have a sunroof and we do have it popped open, and there's still plenty of space there. So I'm going to go ahead and measure from the sunroof itself. And we're looking at, to the bottom of the rail, you're looking at about 3.5 inches. So if you do have any accessories that do clamp on, you're going to have plenty of space to still operate your sunroof. I really like the overhang feature on this roof rack, but if you don't care for an overhang, there is another option for you. It's the Inno Aero flush mount, which takes your crossbars and puts them even with your end cap here on your tower. If you do like the way this roof rack looks, stick around and we'll show you the installation. We already have one of our crossbars mounted on our vehicle. We're going to go ahead and show you how to mount the other one. So what I like to do is go ahead and put out all my parts. So I've got 2 towers, I've got a set of keys, and I've got 2 locking end caps for our towers, and we have our crossbar. What we noticed with our rail is it does have 2 different sides here. You've got a flatter side and a more arrow side. The flatter side is actually going to face the front. So now we turn this over, and our T-track here is for our tower. If you notice, it's got a little lock here. We do need to press this in, move it over, then we can grab one of our towers, and you can see the T-channel here, and we will just lay that in this pocket, and we will slide it to the outside. Once you have your tower on one side, you do have to do that on the other. So now that we have both of our towers on, we're going to go ahead and grab our rail And we're gonna make sure the orientation, as I stated before, is in the correct position. We're going to go ahead and slap this up on our roof. And you can do this by yourself, or you can have a buddy help you. It's not too bad, but if you do want to grab a set of extra hands, you can. Now we have our crossbar on, we're going to go ahead and use a reference point on the vehicle, or you can measure, but we decided to go ahead and use a reference point. We're going to use the door right here as our reference point. We're going to put that in the center. And now if you look at this tower here, we've got a gap here, right here, I can fit my hand under. We do need to slide that over so it is touching that rail. And then we're gonna lift the knob up, grab our strap, and it's gonna go right in those two teeth. And then we can tighten it down. Now when you're tightening this down, you wanna go a little bit on this side and then go to the opposite side because it will pull these rails towards you as you're tightening it up. Now that you do have these snugged up, again, you don't need to over tighten these, just snug them down, and then this little piece will flip back down. And make sure you have your crossbars even going across the top of the roof, and we're ready to go ahead and put our locking end cap on. This just goes in, take our key, lock it in, pull it out, and you're nice and secure. This completes our installation of our Inno Aero roof rack on our 2020 Toyota RAV4. I'm Bruce. Thanks for watching.